My name is Danny Gallagher of Process for Growth Consulting, and today we'll discuss building a functional team. Functional team is a choice made after two or more FAs decide the team and split the team functions among themselves. I reiterate from the teaming presentation that most teams are formed for coverage, with very few teams assigning team roles. This is an example on one way to form a functional team. If you have an interest, I will give you this study of a $1.6 billion asset, 10 million production team. We tracked for 6 months every task performed. This is not representative of how big the spreadsheet is. And by what team member and who is the backup. It became readily apparent that roles were far too granular to make any sense. So we started to think in terms of function. What I mean by that is, how is a new client passed to the team 7 touch points so that the team can define and refine its handoffs in the team's process? The senior advisor, a woman with off the charts client facing skill sets, but with little to no working knowledge of the retail financial industry, realized that her success dictated that she form a team. This senior advisor is someone I call a unicorn. A unicorn is a financial advisor who has over 2 billion in assets and $1 million in revenue in their first 2 years. I work with 5 unicorns, and for some reason, I do not know, but all of them are women. My very uninformed opinion is women are more holistic and less salesmen than men. Just my opinion. The senior FA sent me the above Excel spreadsheet of what she expected each FA and the CSA to do in the team. When I received, I color coded for each FA and the CSA. The team must solve for the handoffs on how a client is moved from first contact all the way through the client reviews. So I took the spreadsheet from my client and I assigned each task to our 7 touch points. So at first glance, it definitely shows that some gaps, but more importantly, we now know why the senior FA is the senior FA. The hardest thing to do in the business is getting net new assets, and the senior FA is definitely the rainmaker. But also notice that all the wealth management strategy is developed by the senior FA. Think about it. The hardest part in the biz is getting net new assets, and the most valuable skill sets in the biz is our ability to deliver advanced wealth strategies. There's a reason that she's the senior FA. But when we started to think of what is actually done with each new client, and then with ongoing relationship, it was much easier to fill in the blanks on what people were going to do on the team. Well, I believe that roles do not work for us. We can start identifying a main role that is backed up by one or more expertise for the team. This tells the team how a team member is expected to function. Once we define each touch point, we can start thinking through a different way to assign FA splits according to what a specific task each team member performs for the team and the client. The thought is that each touch point has an intrinsic value that can and should be decided by each team and by the members of the team. What we will look at is one of my clients' valuation of each touch point. First, all leads are not equal, and it is in the best interest of the team that a basic understanding is agreed to for each type of lead is worth. We have firm, family, LinkedIn, website manager, etc. Second, who does the discovery? This is an important skill set as the client relationship is established and the information is gathered for the wealth strategy. Third, who builds the wealth strategy and brings in all the centers of expertise? Fourth is who builds the investment strategy that will fulfill the needs and goals of the wealth strategy using tax and risk mitigation strategies. Fifth, who implements the plan into the firm's trading platform and is in charge of tax harvesting and portfolio adjustment. Six is who does the ongoing review and elicits additional information for business opportunities. And finally, operation. I have the opinion, do whatever you want, that whoever has the revenue to get the assigned CSA gets 10%. In this case, two FAs worked together and it got them the dedicated CSA, so they split to 10%. But as a young FA, if you're joining a team and a senior FA saying, this is how much you owe me, and I want this split and everything, if you just want operational coverage, say, look, I'll work, if you give me CSA coverage, I'll give you 10% of the account. That's a fair deal. Finally, operations. Okay, what I observed from this concept, first, all your accounts under $1 million need to be in a definable, repeatable, and scalable investment process using a fixed split. But when dealing with large, complex, and work-intensive clients, this gives the team flexibility. Also, FAs on the team tend to start adding to their skill sets to assess the higher value touch points. There are a few integrated teams, and if you think about it, most are not teams at all, but just two or more FAs working together to capture their own coverage. Understand your choice, then build your team appropriately. Thank you for your time.